So hello and welcome to a new video on the Builder's Basement channel, and yes, today I want to finish the tripod for my smartphone. As you can see, as this part I did in the last part in building my YouTube channel from scratch, part 1. So today's main goal would be to finish the tripod legs, and yes, let's see how it is made. Have fun, stay until the end, and yes, leave a comment, I don't know. So if we look at the original blueprint, we see that I designed it to be 20 centimeters high and 2 by 2 centimeters based, and I think I want to design them to be just round and then be telescopic. Basically something like this. So you turn it to lock in position, and if you want to pull it up higher, you re-lock it and pull it out and lock it again to make it stabilized. Just a simple mechanic. Yeah, and I think that's it. Time to design. So what my basic idea is to have a squared piece of the leg with a hole in it, with a pin in it, to have here another part, the second part of the leg, with a round base, and yes, two. And the spin is to lock it in like this. Or I think I make the design like this. Goes in here, then locks here, and actually one little gap. So it goes here in, then locks in here, and it can't move anymore. If you want another position, just go up and lock it again here. That's the basic design, and this should be 1 by 1 centimeters wide or bigger. Time to build it. So well, now we want to mark every 20 centimeters off the wood plank to make the legs for the tripod. So what I actually made is that I cutted this long piece of wood into 3 separate pieces of wood, and now I need to mark the half of it, and yeah, let's see how it's gonna work out. And I try to cut it as halfway as possible, I think, as middle as possible, to actually make it like telescopic feet. So as you can see, I cutted all these wood sticks out to be the legs. So these are the 4 bigger ones. I want to drill in here some holes to put those in, and I need to carve round legs out of it. And I should look up at the plan to actually see how I wanted to do this. Yes, time to work. So this is the actual start to do what I want to do. And yes, as you can see, it stands on this 4 3 pillars out of wood, legs out of wood. And yes, my plan is to put then the frame for the tripod in here, and then you can put this tripod everywhere. And one thing also should be that this part should be clamped over, not clamped, twisted over, I think, to make it more stable and not so wobbly. So it doesn't break apart. There's a little rattle or disturbance. So what I actually want to do is to put, yes, I prepared here this one pillar. There's a hole in it, and I want to actually put this, I think, 15mm drill through there to actually look if it's cracking or not. And yes, and this is a little machine that will help me. It's very nice and neat. So as you saw on the hyperlapse, time lapse, it's actually pretty hot. I made a hole through this wood. So now I think I need to turn down those little pieces. It's actually the same. The other little smaller pieces to fit in this tube, and they make the final part of the legs and mount it on this base plate. And then I have a fully functional tripod actually. So let's see. Now I need to do a little bit more. So what I actually did, I I drilled the two remaining holes in the legs, and yes, and now I need to thin them down and make it fit in here, and then make the whole mechanism. So what I'm actually want to do is to use the chisel to scrap off the don't needed parts of the wood, and then put it on a 6mm diameter in here to actually let it fit in here. Sorry, not diameter, radius. So well, as you can see, I have made one of the 3, and it's taking so damn long. I put out the Makita machine to actually make the process faster, to file it down, and yes, and it's actually going in. Yes. So yeah. And yes, something like this. Let's go to the next. So what I actually did is these round feet to put on then the other feet, the feet with the hole in them, to let it fit. And yes, so what I want to do is to actually punch here, I think, a hole through, and then make a pattern up here like a wave, to actually make it like to make it lock in place. Do not get destroyed. So well, as you can see, I use this tool, the mini thing to cut this fine work. I think those things are actually for jewelry, but I use it for the groove, and this groove should be for a pin which I punch through here and then glue together to make the locking system functional. Yes. So well, this thing doesn't work, and I think to actually have a tripod, to finish my tripod, I need to glue them just together and then put nails through to hold it in place. Yes, that's actually very sad, but what should I do? It's just very wobbly and I should have planned it before. So yes, actually what I did, I glued these sticks together and nailed them to secure their position. And I prepared also these 3 little holes to actually, after I made these things beautiful, eventually put this on it. So well, that was it for this video, and I actually completely lied to you because I couldn't finish the tripod, and I would finish it in the next video, and I think I'll make a completely new setup, completely new legs, because those which are now good, those should be thrown away because they are very bad, and I think it's unproductive to use them. And yes, thanks for watching. Turn on next time. See you then.